Welcome everybody. Before we get started on today's topic, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any content. And if you have any questions when we're done with this, please put them in the comments section below. Let's start a dialogue. And with that, let's get on to today's topic. So today's topic, as you've read in the description and the title, is matched grip versus traditional grip. This is a hot topic in a lot of forums, a very hot topic. It can be extremely polarizing, and it shouldn't be. There should be no reason why this is polarizing. I see older folks that are diehard traditional users, and they're looking at match grip users, and they're just like, oh, you guys are heathens, this is elegant, this is the way it should be. I've seen younger people clap back, and they're just like, oh, you old fogies with this, there's no reason to do this anymore. It's a crazy topic. The truth is, they're both legitimate grips. It's kind of like you need to decide what you want to use, okay? So today, I'm going to try to help you along. I'm going to give you my reason for choosing one over the other. I do play both, but one outweighs the other by a long shot, but I have reasons for that. Match grip is exactly like it sounds. The left hand, the right hand, they're mirror images of each other, okay? They do the same thing. You hold in the same balance point between the same thumb and first finger on each hand, okay? You lightly wrap your fingers around the rest of the stick. You have a match grip. They're mirrors of each other, okay? With traditional, the right hand's the same. The right hand never changes. It's always in a match grip position. Where this hand is on top and the balance point is between the thumb and first finger like this, okay? Traditional grip, you're going to take your stick. The balance point is the same. And I've said this before, Vic First sticks, the flag is very close to being the proper position for the balance point. It's somewhere around there. So you can just dial in the flag. But all sticks have a balance point, and they're always the same too. There's a place, okay? Just so happens the flag here just is what it is. So you're going to take that balance point, all right? And again, it's between the thumb and first finger, but it's not here. It's between the thumb and first finger, and you're going to hold your hand like this, left hand, and you're going to put that balance point in the webbing between your thumb and first finger. Not tight, just set it in there, let it just rest there. And then, okay, so there we are. Then you're going to take your first finger and you're going to lightly wrap it around the stick. I'm not gripping hard. And then you're going to take your thumb, and I rest my thumb on this particular knuckle of my first finger, okay? It's the second back from the tip. And I put my thumb there. My hands are built that way. It just so happens to work. Maybe your hands are smaller and it needs to be a little bit different position. Maybe it's the first knuckle from the tip. But it's a light grip. Put it in there. First finger lightly around. Thumb somewhere on that first finger. Okay? Now, how tight is this? Watch this. I can do this. All right? So, lock it in place. I'm not gripping hard. It's just holding it in place. Now, the rest of the stick is going to fall and land on your ring finger. Now, I like to lay it between these two knuckles of my ring finger. It's going to sit right on top of that. Some people like to put it right on this knuckle. I've seen some people put it on the front pad, like way up here. I like to rest it back here. Just more comfortable for me, works for me. It's the way my hands are built. And then the middle finger just does what it does. My pinky, if you notice, is in this weird curly Q type of position. It helps me balance the left hand. If I had it just out with my ring finger, I notice for me that if I were to play that way, okay, my ring finger would be all over the map. It'd be kind of following my pinky, and the stick just kind of goes all over the place. So I've separated the two. and put that pinky back there, and it acts kind of like a counterbalance maybe, and it helps me to stay balanced in my left hand. Okay, just helps me to stay balanced there. Now let's move on to how you strike the drum with each grip. Well, the match grip is fairly obvious. You get your hands in the right position, wrists. Sometimes you're going to use your arms. If you're playing drum set, you're obviously going to use your arms to get to cymbals and around the kit. But hands on top, that's how you strike the drum. In traditional grip, right hand stays the same. Nothing changed. Right hand is the same. Left hand, once you get your grip in there, this one's slightly different. Because here your wrist can move up and down. This, your wrist can't move up and down. So this is kind of like you're turning around your forearm. Okay? Now, don't get in the habit of locking your wrist in and then just doing this, because you won't play correctly at all. You won't be able to play. But it's a combination of your wrist working with your forearm, okay, and your fingers too. But as you can tell, it's kind of a move around your forearm. You're not doing this, and you're not doing this, okay? It's just a move around your forearm. Light, again, the stick's just sitting in there. I'm holding it enough so that it doesn't go away. I'm not clamping down, and the wrist is just moving around the forearm. Now we're on to the big polarizing question of which grip is better. Okay? This is what you're about to hear is my opinion. I use both for different things, but about 80 to 90% of the time, I'm a matched grip player. Basically, my reasoning for that is, with everything that I've played, I'm definitely more of a fusion, progressive rock drummer, okay? And I got used to playing a lot of rim shots on the snare drum with my left hand. Okay? So when I get behind a drum set and I'm playing a rock beat or a pop beat or something, 90% of the time, whoever I'm playing for wants a rim shot out of it. By the way, if you don't know what a rim shot is, that's when you hit the center or the head of the drum, not necessarily the center. You can get different sounds, which is actually a cool thing. I'll talk about that in another video. But you'll hit the head of the drum and the rim at the same time. So you end up with this. If you can see, tip of the stick on the head, the rest of the stick hitting the rim, makes this very loud, sharp sound. But I had played so much of that style of music, whether it was live or studio work or whatnot, that over the course of 30 some years, my hand just lands there, like automatically. Sure, can I sit there and go, yeah, you've seen it in my other videos, playing rudiments. Okay. But when I'm just playing a backbeat, I'm playing that. The other thing is, I'm also a percussionist, so I play mallets, xylophones, marimbas, vibes, bells. I play timpani, okay? Anything in a percussion section, concert toms, temple blocks, what have you. There's no traditional grip for that. It is all match grip. All of it. The only time you see traditional grip ever is in snare drum playing and guys that play some drum set. That's it. So to me, it's ultimately why, because everything else in percussion is match grip. Okay. There was a reason for traditional grip, and one of the reasons was way back in the day, Revolutionary War time. Actually, before that, when you had drummers leading armies, the drums would be on a sling. It'd be laid across your left leg. Okay. and it was angled like this. Not like this, but like this. So if you're seeing me, it was angled like this. So imagine, say this was your drum head, okay? So imagine if it's angled like that, would you want to hold your arm up in the air like this? No, neither did they, because they were marching miles and miles and playing a lot. So what they did was they turned it to this, and notice it drops the shoulder and the arm down. That's where traditional came from, on an angled drum. Well, anymore, stands and whatnot, and carriers in marching band, drum corps, and everything have the ability to lay flat. And basically, outside of looks cool, especially in drum corps, because it really does. Drum corps guys, you know, those lines look super cool when they're playing traditional grip. There's no doubt about it. And they play their faces off in traditional grip. But outside of that, there's really no actual reason to me. That's my opinion. Okay? Why do I play both? 80-90% of the time I'm a match grip player just because of everything I do. Why do I play traditional? When I way back, I would get in like a jazz group or something, and like I said before, when my left hand lands, it's in a rim shot mode. Can I lift it up and play the center of the head? Yeah, but if you're gonna play all night that way, it's uncomfortable here for me. All right, and I would inadvertently be playing, and that rim shot would come out. Even if it was small, it's still this like kind of punch in the face. So that being here, if what I do, if I change to traditional, look what happens. All of a sudden, that stick is nowhere near the rim anymore. And now I can play jazz, and if I need a rim shot, I can go get one. Drop my arm, drop my shoulder, whatever. It's like a once every several minutes thing, even if it is minutes. Maybe it's a once every half hour. But I can make it happen. But the majority of the time, if I'm playing jazz, I don't want it to happen. And if I'm playing like a lounge, a small lounge with a band, even if we're playing pop rock tunes, if it's a small lounge, you don't want the rim shots either. So I can sit there and so I've learned both ways. It's just matched grip to me is what I play the vast majority of the time. So in the end, I would tell all students, I think you should learn both and then pick the one that's right for you. Okay? Obviously, if you have a private instructor, they're probably going to lead you down a path of one or the other. Okay? Most of my students, I go with matched to a point, and then I tell them, hey, if you want to learn traditional, I'll teach you traditional. But for what we do at my school and how I think about it, I'm like, matched is where I'm coming from, okay? But if you want to learn traditional, I will be more than happy to teach it to you because I think you do need to know both. And then it's up to you to decide what you want to use, okay? Which one's better? The one that's best for you. That's which one is better. All right. Hey, thanks for checking out my video today. Again, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe, like, and bell icon, leave a comment. I'll be happy to answer any questions you got. And outside of that, you can also hit up my Instagram at Kirk_Rustman_drums. We'd love to have some more people join on that. Follow me there. And if you want, you can also look up my Facebook at Kirk Rustman. And other than that, thanks for coming along for this ride today, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.